too high? Is there too much head space? Not enough boob space? I hope these straps aren't too distracting. Hello everyone, welcome if you are new or welcome back to the channel. I'm Korin and today we're gonna get into talking about some binge eating things. I'm on my own recovery journey, recovering from binge eating, hence recovery journey. So if you'd like to follow along that journey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And also if you end up liking this video, thumbs up helps as well, you know. And I hope you do enjoy this video and get something out of it, especially if you are someone who struggles with binge eating or binge eating disorder. I'm so sorry if there was a bump. Of course, as soon as I go to film. Also, this is most likely the first time you're seeing this face on this channel. So hi, Disney. Now, as I mentioned, I am still recovering, so these are just things from my own experiences, as I think it's really important to highlight everybody's journey is going to be different, and that's actually something we're going to talk about today. So definitely take what I'm saying as, again, my own experiences. I'm not a professional or anything like that. This is just what I've learned. So in terms of recovery from binge eating or binge eating disorder or even overeating, I think it's really important to realize it's not going to happen overnight. This journey takes time and dedication and trial and error and trying to find what works and seeing what's going to help you in the long run and what's really going to stick. Sometimes this journey also includes unpacking some trauma from our past and our childhood and how we were raised. So there's a lot to go into with how long this recovery journey is going to take, especially since we are so of that mindset in our society that everybody just wants a quick fix. That's not realistic. I think it's expecting yourself way too much to assume I'm gonna be perfect tomorrow, I'm gonna never binge again, this is the absolute last time. And maybe you're in your journey where that's true. But for a lot of people, I know there might still be another binge coming, and I know how much that sucks, and I know the burden and the pain and the hurt. And I did talk about this a little in my 30-day challenge video where I challenged my eating disorder for 30 days. So if you haven't already, check that out. But that challenge, those 30 days really helped me realize restriction was such a major reason of why I was binging and why I was so prone to binging, especially at night. So with that being said, and that it is going to take time and this is not a quick fix, but this is a lifelong fix if you do it right. And again, I use the term right very loosely because the right way is going to be different for everyone. Don't compare yourself and don't compare your journey to anybody else's, because your journey and your healing is unique to you. That is so important to realize. Of course, you can get inspiration and motivation from other people, and as I have myself, but when it comes to actually healing and putting habits into practice, it's up to you. And it's gonna be, again, unique to you. So don't put pressure on yourself that, oh, like I messed up again and again and again. It takes time. And for myself, I haven't binged in this many days. I can't remember exactly what right now, but I'll put it on the screen. I haven't binged in quite some time, but I do still struggle with overeating. So although my binges are gone, and I'm so grateful for that, and it feels so good to say that out loud. I don't think I've said that out loud. I'm at a place in my journey where I feel that those tireless binging episodes and mainly binging nights are behind me. And it feels good to admit that and say that and be in this place. And so with that being said, you can do it too, okay? Again, it took time. And from referencing that 30-day video, that was a real eye-opener. I binged within those 30 days, which I'm very transparent about. And I think that was the last time I binged, actually. I'll have to look back at the numbers and everything, but I'm pretty sure that was. And so prior to that, the binges were getting fewer and fewer. Rather than being every single day or at least 5 days out of the week, it was becoming maybe twice a week, maybe once a week. And so they start fading out, and that feels so good. And I know, every time we binge, we like get mad at ourselves, and don't do that. Don't get mad at yourself. You're so much further than you think you are. Each and every day and each and every moment and each and every meal is a new chance to rewrite our brains and how we've kind of conditioned them to be in that mode, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So don't beat yourself up about it if you binged today or you binged last night or you binged a couple of days ago or this weekend has been a free-for-all. Don't beat yourself up on it. That's counterproductive, and we want to just move forward, which is another thing I've learned is moving forward, moving past the binge and just moving on with life, because although those binges might have happened, that does not define me as a person, and that does not define me tomorrow or me at my next meal, as I mentioned. So again, definitely know that these things take time and take it one day at a time, and don't be too hard on yourself. With being transparent about this journey and everything I'm going through on it, I do want to make a note that I am still struggling with some overeating at night, and I'm about to be starting a challenge on that, so stay tuned for that. But again, like I was saying, you might go from binging once a week, and then that might transition into just overeating, and then eventually you might get to your place where you have a healthy relationship with not just food, but your mind, body, and spirit, and what feels best internally at your core. I definitely just grabbed my boobs. Moving on to the next thing I want to talk about, I did briefly mention in saying everybody's journey is different. Part of this is our history, how we were raised and how we were conditioned, and what type of household we grew up in. I could go into detail about how my childhood really affected my eating disorders throughout my adolescence and adulthood, as well as my childhood. I never seemed to have a very healthy relationship with food nor my body, and that's something that I've had to unpack and unload and really figure out how my upbringing affected the way I perceive not just food, but myself. And so that's something to think about, is how were you raised? And it's not that we should be pointing fingers or blaming anyone, but these are things that you might need to unpack on your journey to recovery. And again, like I mentioned, it's going to be different for everyone. Along with this and that type of history, another thing that's going to differentiate your journey is if you are recovering from another eating disorder. I know oftentimes recovered anorexics might shift into binge eating, same with bulimia and everything like that. So it's really important to think about your own journey with that. And it doesn't even need to be an eating disorder that you struggled with, but also excessive dieting and yo-yo dieting. That also plays in part with binge eating and how your binge eating might have started. Whether it's binge eating disorder, or overeating, these are all different past behaviors and backgrounds that might shape your own unique sense of recovery for you. So with that note, it's really important to not compare yourself to others and not compare yourself to how long it took them to recover and how long it took them to stop, because your journey is unique to you. I know I said that before, but it's so important to remember. And I think comparison can be so harmful in anybody's journeys, anywhere in life. Comparison can be very toxic and bad. And I know some people thrive off of it, but for myself personally and for many of my friends I know, it has not been a healthy thrive. It has been toxic. So be very aware of that and don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to your internal being and who you want to be coming out of this and who you are becoming out of this and how that aligns with the truest form of you. Now, the last thing I want to touch on is it's not impossible. Recovery is not impossible. And if you're watching this video and if you've been looking at videos like this, I know that you have it in you to recover. Again, like I said before, and if you've seen any videos on my channel before, you'll know I've been struggling for a lifetime, and I can go into more details about that in a different video if that's something you'd like to see. But from going through this for my lifetime, I'm 26 now, I know recovery is possible. Even if it takes years, even if it takes months or whatever, again, everyone's different. it is possible. And I know there might be times in your journey where you're just so tired and so exhausted, and I feel that and I feel for you. But know that you can come out of this on the other side. You can live a healthy, happy life in full alignment with you, food, your body, your mind, and your spirit. Your full alignment will come. Just take this journey one day at a time. Don't be hard on yourself, and know that healing is possible. So with all of that being said, I'm gonna wrap up this video. If anybody wants me to go into details about anything else that I might have touched on in this video, please let me know. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram if you're interested. I have two, an art account and a main account, and I'd love to have you over there. I do plan on being more active. It's just I was a little nervous about showing myself, but this is me. I plan on being more active in this community, so I hope you'll stick around. Until next time, know that you are magic and healing is possible. Peace out.